What is up, my beautiful people? Today was a good day. Today was a really good day. Got some cool plays. We put them on stream. You guys got to see a lot of them, and thank you for all of you. Look at you guys changed the setup a little bit. So you got the desk kind of clean. We got the trading economics. You got the one screen, and then boom, I got my Thinkorswim now. Then you guys got the YouTube computer. We're gonna do that, but if you haven't checked out the streams, do it. They are very, very good, and be careful too. You know, I was thinking about the talks we were having at the end, and really realistically, like this account, because you know, I've realized $2,000 right there on this account. You know, that's what I was talking to the day, and we were talking a lot about expectations today. So this is going to be very important with what I want to talk about with what happened in the markets. And then this was the $600 on the YouTube account. And you guys have seen me go from $8,000 to $5,000 to now it's at $7,300. And this account, how often do I trade on it? You guys see on YouTube, not a lot. So I want to know how many of you guys are trading as much as this account, or less, because we were talking as pretty much if you guys don't have $1,000 right now to spend on anything, whether it be education or whatever you may think it is, I'm scratching my head at this, because these are going to get you in trouble is what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter who's getting the money, where you're spending it. I'd rather have you then, if that's the case, these aren't going to be your play. I went on a rant on it during the stream, earnings play. So where the market is this week. So again, if you don't have $1,000, or even if that's all you have, I want you to think earnings for the small accounts. Guys with big accounts, think the same thing. It doesn't. I've been scooping them up. That's how I made the money today. I've been planning for earnings. I'm seeing stuff. I've been getting calls, and that's what I want to talk about, because things are changing. We got earnings guidance. So to give a little recap, last night Samsung cut the guidance, and we were all very bearish. You know, it kind of came out of nowhere, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, you know, it's going to bring the market down." And I said I need to calm down on my expectations, and thank God I did. But now the market was up. It gapped up. It went up, and you know, a lot of people were confused. So there's things that caused it, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. But now the main two things, there was the China talks failed, believe it or not. So the market was really weird today, because it gapped up. Let me turn on the after hours so you could see. But it gapped up, as you can see from there, and then it started to come down, and this was pretty big. Bounce back up, and now we're here. But some people were relating it. There's issues with some of the banks. They got some stuff. I can't recall what it was exactly. But then Ginsburg, the judge, you know, the Supreme Court justice, missed another a meeting, which this is the second time she's ever done that in history. So that could have some implications. But I think people were saying the gap up was going to come from there. And even after Samsung, a lot of you guys posted like futures aren't moving, currency's not moving, and really today, you know, the U.S. has taken in the markets, they've taken a cue from oil, but also, wow, thank God. See, do you guys see how clutch this is now? You guys see how I have my oil, I got my futures, my platform. I should have had this up, but then here is your Jappy that we've talked about, and it kind of looks like today, you know, where we had it kind of gapped up, came down. That looks more. You guys have got the little water bottle fuel posts. But that did more. That looks just like the SPY today. So that's something to watch for, and that's where I do think things are brewing. I think even though the market's kind of up, we're seeing what could pull. Dude, cut out again. But like I was saying, I'm thinking it's more like going to be Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's going to be interesting here. There's two things. So now, today wasn't much. There's one more big P. We're going to talk about Union Pacific, what kept the market up. Pretty much I want to talk about, with the bad news, why did it go up? There's a big reason, but now what is there to look forward, again, for the rest of the week? I talked about the video yesterday, but now we got the Fed people speaking, and that's all going to come through this week. But Trump in this meeting, some people are saying he's not going to use the state of emergency. So let's see. I want to see where you guys are at, how you've sourced your information. Comment below. Do you think he's going to use the loophole emergency to build the wall or not? But that, I think, is what the markets are waiting for. And again, even some of the government shutdown stuff, all of that is spilling over in today. It's having those effects, and that is now what people are looking for. So again, how I said watch for the stuff, there's a lot of domestic stuff. It seems like the Fed is pushing policy or pushing markets, and people are very, very attentive to that. It reminds me of 2014, 2015. But then you also have people who are just like, it's all domestic. It's either going to be government shutdown or the Fed, and then even trade war. It's all real, but we can't forget there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like the pound is still near lows. The Europe's still doing a lot of stuff. France is going crazy right now. All of that stuff still exists. Russia's kind of cooled down, but that's still on my mind. Watching that, along with oil and the residual effects. But now Turkey also came into the picture today. That also had a negative effect. It can boil, but watch Turkey. I don't think a lot of people have talked about this too much, and I haven't even talked about it a lot, so that's why I'm giving it some time here, because if I looked at it this morning and I was like, it's not up too much, but if it does start to creep up here, and what I'm saying by that is watch the USD TRY, that's the currency pair for the Turkish lira against the dollar. But it's starting to weaken, and if that weakens, they've already had weaknesses and issues. We're going to see what happens, and then, there's even more talks of the Trump and Turkey, even with Syria and how. So that there's a lot of conflict with that. That's what we want to watch, and I didn't even bring up any of the Iran stuff. I think today, too, there wasn't a report of Huawei with Iran and Russian ties, which is crazy because I didn't read it yet. I only saw a headline from that. It was on CNBC, actually. This was a CNBC article or one of those, and it's that the implications are there. I want to look more into that, but again, how any of that stuff could escalate will not be good. So lastly, though, what else happened that was really, really big in the market today, and I think it was responsible for the gap up, and a lot of people missed it, and I want to explain this to you guys so you can see what happened and how even not market breadth, but you guys are seeing what's making stocks move, what's making stocks go up and down, like the indexes. Like, why did the Dow Jones go up when there was this bad news? Like, you can't control it. Not everyone sells off anything, so pretty much what you got here is UNP. This is Union Pacific, one of the biggest railroad companies in the United States, right? And for them, today they announced that they're getting a new CFO. And you could go through news. I saw them come up, and I did this through the sectors thing. I have a tutorial on E-Trade, and we have the tutorials also on Thinkorswim, but you could just go find any sector tool and go see what's leading, what's declining, and so on and so forth. But UNP, I came across it, and I was like, wait, well, why is it up so much? And UMP today moved the largest one-day gain since 2009. That's today, right here, right now. And that brought up the stock 8%, which it closed right now. Wow, it closed up 899. That's insane. That's very surprising. It's still closed up there. It went up and down, but they added a COO. I think there was something about like guidance and stuff too they were going to do, but I believe it was just purely a COO. They fired or they got rid of the old COO, and they added one of the old CFOs of a Canadian rail company who was there for 40 years. They added him here, but investors took that very positively. The stock went up 8%. Now, why would that affect the Dow? Railroad, that's industrial. If a big-ass railroad, that Union Pacific has been around since American history pretty much began to a degree. Don't quote me on that, but, read about it. Look it up. But this company is $111 billion. That's what I think a lot of people do not really realize. I want to see kind of in context. Can you zoom in? Why does it so bad at focusing? I don't know. That says $111 million, but I think in context, if you wanted to look that up, that is what? Tesla, that's 2 Teslas, pretty much. So Union Pacific Railroads, you guys are like, who uses railroads? It's the size of 2 Teslas. So who uses Teslas, right? Think about railroads. It's a big company, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because a lot of you miss the obscure stuff. This was a very obscure move. You wouldn't know about this pretty much unless you watched this video or you came across, like this guy added a COO. This is what I was saying with news. Most of you would ignore this. Why you don't ignore this is the scope of the company. This is a big Dow component. They're big in general, and now even next, the same thing happens with our boy Boeing. Boeing had something similar today. Take a look. You see this chart. It looks fucked up as usual, but, crazy. They went up $12 or 4%. And Boeing had an awesome day today because they talked about Airbus. Airbus misses their jet targets, I think. Airbus misses, and then Boeing talks about, record jet deliveries still shy of their target. But wait, I'm getting a bunch of stuff. Hold on. See, there's like 3 of these, but I think this was it. This was the main one. Boeing reports fourth quarter 2018 deliveries. Where is it? I think it was this one. Yeah, jumped 3.1% in morning's trade, enough to pace the Dow Jones Industrial gainers after the aerospace giant. The stock's price of $10.23 added about 69 points to the Dow's price, or nearly half of the Dow's 156-point gain. So think about it. Boeing said 238 commercial airplanes were delivered during the latest quarter, which was up from 209 a year ago and above the FactSet consensus of 235 of the total. So I don't know if it was, I think they missed some metrics like it was saying, but even then, their jet deliveries, they beat numbers, the stock went up, but the biggest part of that, Boeing's a big Dow component. Think about how big Boeing is, airplanes, military contracts, weapons, like that's a big company. So that's why it had that effect, but now when it shoots up like that, that brought up out of 180, 160 points, that was 69 points. Wait, the market's still open. Oh my gosh, I'm retarded. I was like, this is an active after hours. When I keep looking over at my portfolio, I'm like, wait, I'm like making and losing money right now. Yeah. So I got to finish up some of these trades. I think it's going to be overall very, very exciting coming into this week, regardless. But those are some of the stuff. Tonight we're going to watch Trump. I don't know. Maybe we stream. Maybe we not. I think I might be able to. I think that'd be cool. I want to see what he says. And there'll be stuff to pick out. But I don't think he's going to do it. I don't know. I don't and I do. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm really confused. So I think, and you guys, if you were at the stream today, I'm just getting rid of I'm trying my best. You know, I'm telling you guys this to help you, but I'm just reminding me to give me the best advice. But I'm just getting rid of all expectations. You know, I know what I know in terms of how certain things work. I'm just going to be smart, protect myself, be wise, take the money. Is that a mosquito? It's like going crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But don't expect too much. Either way, take it as it comes. And make sure you guys enjoy this shit too. Hopefully you liked the last video I posted. I recorded that yesterday, but then I had to post the Samsung thing and I didn't want to post it too late. And then I thought it'd be easier if it posts, because now I don't have to edit this and I could finish my... It's great. This is great. I love it. So hopefully you guys like that video. Don't, be you. Be yourself. Have fun. I love you all, but yeah, stay in school. Bye.